What's going on, guys? Today we're back with a new video, and in today's one, DayZ 113 Experimental has released to Xbox and PC. There's quite a bit of stuff that's been added into the game, so we're going to run straight into it. The M16A2 rifle has been added, burst fire mode has been added, the ATOG 6x scope has been added, a 45 round KA-74 mag has been added, a 64 round standardized mag, wound treated by unclean rags can get infected. The disinfected state is now highlighted in the item tooltip. Added sounds when a character is starving. Fever symptoms added to influenza. Added radial blur to the hit effect. Iodine tincture. Crude machete. Oriental machete. Infected are now attracted by smoke grenades, flare gun flares, and fireplace during nighttime. New special infected types: heavy soldier, military officer, runner, and heavy police. A lot of new stuff been added there. Two, maybe three of the main ones: the M16, the burst fire mode, and the zombies. A lot of new zombies. We're gonna have to see how they work out today. That's gonna be pretty cool. So now we'll go on to all the stuff that they fixed. Improvised bags could be broken while filled with items. Fix a glitch that glitched inventory items in the same position. Splitting an item with quantity would make the total amount heavier than the initial. Splitting/sharpening actions would not transfer the damage state to the newly created item. Fixed animation glitches allowing instant pose changes between prone and erect. Dark visor motorbike helmet were held badly. Interrupting a blazing action could result in the item dropping below the floor of structures. Gas masks and gags would not obstruct vibe properly or consistently. Grenades would not damage attached containers. Server error when splitting and swapping items at the same time. In a specific situation, the player will get server unreachable message while the server is available. Implemented the missing widget take to hands with frying pan, pot, and cauldron attached to the fire barrels. Gas pumps now display the correct name when destroyed. Bayonets can now be used to perform backstab attacks. Exploit for stacking containers into each other. Wrong health widget color was shown when looking at dead animals. When hitting a player repeatedly in a short period of time, the stumbling animation would prevent them from falling unconscious. Next recipe widget was visible when there was no other recipe. Loading/chambering under specific conditions could result in desynchronization. Fix several tools that wouldn't play the correct sound/part of a shot/hit. Environmental sound stopped playing when changing audio devices. Some error messages would contain false information. Moving food items could disappear when moved from the cooking pot to the smoking slot. It was possible to boil food in gasoline. Opening the inventory while placing an item which is plugged into a power source could lead to desync. It was possible to dig multiple stashes at the same position. The petrol jacket had an incorrect position when held in hands. Transferring incompatible blood type was not triggering the hemolytic reaction. Seeds could not be detached from the garden plots via consensual actions. ALS attracted by thrown items could have an unwanted behavior. Affected were not reacting to explosions. Affected would not leave unconscious players alone if no other target was around. Suicide with the sickle was missing sounds. The camouflage net wasn't rendering over long distance when placed on the canopy tent. Plant slots weren't displayed as watered/fertilized when fertilized any more than after the plant grown by one stage. Player camera could clip in the big Northwest Airfield hangar. Fix a semi-transparent window in the yellow 2-story village house. Fix the bump in the stairs of Castle Tower. Fix the problematic fire geometry blocking shots in some buildings. So a lot of stuff's been fixed as well, and there's even more being changed in the change section. So let's get straight into that. Adjusted player damage zones. Added shoulders and a small part of the legs to the torso. Reduced health damage taken by hits to the arms. Reduced shock damage when taken by hits to the legs. Arms are no longer protected by vests. Adjusted the position of sorting arrows in the server browser to allow more space for text. Adjusted the width of the last played server info. Fireplaces break apart when thrown. Screwdrivers can now be used to cut bark, which is very good. Pliers can now open cans. Fishing rods can be crafted from the sharpened long wooden stick. Remove the plant from the plant plot would require the slot to be watered/fertilized again. Matches cannot be used to light a fire when they aren't dry. Armored vests now require more space in the inventory. Unconsciousness time is now modified by the caliber the player got hit with. Saws last 60% longer while sawing planks. Reduce the amount of shots needed to ruin the suppressor, depending on the suppressor and caliber. The FNX 45 is now more durable, allowing more shots before getting damaged. Connecting to a server where the player is currently disconnecting from is no longer possible. Reduce the weight of fireplaces from 100 kg to 10 kg. Magazines from dead bodies can be directly attached to weapons. Players can now spawn with half-used bandage dressing instead of rags. All infected attacks can now be blocked. Reduced infected melee attack speed by 25%. Rebalanced infected HP depending on their tier and category. Low tier civilian lowered by 15%. Runner lowered by 50%. Soldier increased by 15%. Different infected now have different attack damage and bleeding chance. Low tier and runner deal lower damage with a low bleeding chance. Regular civilian deal medium damage with a medium bleeding chance. Firefighter, police and soldier deal the same damage with a high bleed chance. Reduce head melee armor for the most infected by 40%. Increase noise dampening to reduce better the hearing ability of infected through obstacles. Reduce the range at which infected call for help by 82.5% except for the military officer. Reduce range at which infected hear gunshots by 10%. Double the time between two calls for help. Pings generated by infected military officers get their timing increased by 33%. Crouch sprinting is louder than crouch walk, but quieter than upright jog. Reduce the range of critical awareness of soldier infected by 20%. Make them easier to stealth on. It is no longer possible to drink or force feed disinfectant or alcoholic tincture. So a lot of stuff has been changed there. It seems like a lot of work has been done on the new zombies and zombies in general. And they've fixed some more stuff with characters and damage and shock and stuff like that. Going to be interesting to see how all this plays out in game. Okay, central economy. Spawning 25% fewer vehicle parts. Weapon spawning with magazines will now have at least one bullet. Assault rifles spawn only with basic attachments. Fixed spawning values of the Pioneer rifle. Dirt bike helmets can now spawn with mouthguard and visor attached. Plate carrier vests are only found on infected heavy soldiers and in a badly damaged state. So you're going to have to carry a leather sewing kit with you now more of the time to get that plate carrier to at least worn state. KA-74 rifles are no longer counted in hoarder type containers to match newly added M16A2. Adjusted spawn points for shipping containers and the village church. Reduce random quantity of the vitamin bottle. So that is pretty cool. A lot of stuff there to go through. A lot of stuff to check out in game and see what it's all going to be like. There is some more stuff there for server stuff, launcher stuff and modding as well, but I'm not going to go through that. But again, as usual, I'll leave the patch notes linked in the description down below as well, so you can go and check them out if you want to. And let me know what you think. I think this is pretty good so far. Honestly, it's pretty good. And I'm going to be going live later on, so make sure you're subscribed to see when we go live. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and catch you guys in the next one. So peace out for now.